unrolling the red carpets in anticipation of Queen Camilla and also the king himself, who is coming to Kenya now. But we must anticipate that in real terms, we are coming to the celebration of our 60th Madaraka Day, and you'll realize that we had our own independence period on these 60 years. So here comes a situation where we are now ushering in the leader of the regime that really enslaved the Kenyan populace during that time of colonization. And it is coming behest a number of concerns. And one word that is coming straight is that King Charles has been invited to Kenya. He's not coming to Kenya. He's been invited to Kenya. But a number of the things that we can see King Charles going to look into when he comes into this country, number one, is that he's going to wage out the means of transportation that we're having as a country. I think that is a really big blow. It's really a laugh on our faces. How comes a king is coming to Kenya to just confer what means we use in our own transportation? Hasn't he seen enough in Britain, in the United States, in Italy, and several other countries across the world? He's coming here. We know that he's coming. He's going to now check on the progress of Del Monte. We all know the empire of Del Monte is for the Queen of England at that time now, under the kingship of Charles. So in a way, we find this to be visits to actually take stock of their great growth as the imperialists, whatever they've been doing in this country. He's come to take stock of the impact of the economic suppression on the populace of this country. So I really do think that on the other side, the only advantage that we are going to have in this kind of visit is that lately we've had the US president, and we've also had France and also countries like China give a travel advisory to their citizenry that Kenya is no safe. So the coming of a king here tries to shadow off all that and be spark some hope that indeed it's a place that we can have a king, spend the night, and also have a visit over here. So it's going to be a win just to that facet alone. Not forgetting that as a country, we've suffered seriously on neo-colonization and colonization in totality. We've had several visits, and this is the head of state, William Ruto, who's visited abroad the white man's country for over 35 times in less than 1 year. And he's saying that he's still gonna do much more because he's the first ambassador of this Republic of Kenya, before the rest were appointed by himself. So I think generally that the head of state has really canvassed the entire world at the expense of the common people or the common populace of this citizenry who are really suffering. So not forgetting that we do not really expect only reparations. We do not expect only reparations. We expect apology. We expect a show cause from the King of England as to why all this that happened during our time and still continuing now under neo-colonization, we really expect his explanation on that. Why our people were robbed, why they had to forcefully take our resources, why is it that they had to rape our women, why is it that they had to actually enslave our people. So these are some of the reasons why we must really be very keen when he's coming here as a king. We also want some clarity on the war that is taking place in Gaza. We want to know why UK is hell-bent on supporting Israel, even as far as we know that Israel is pegged on apartheid kind of a governance, a situation where it's only you, the rest of the Jewish, against any other. Why should we have a country where no any other citizen born there by naturalization or by birth who is non-Israelite being denied opportunity? Yeah?
Maybe I have a question.
Yeah.
King Charles coming to Kenya and the Queen, you've said it's an added value. It adds value.
In only one aspect, that Kenya is not really a threat in terms of terror, but it's a place where a king can come. But in all round of any other thing about reparations, about taking stock of whatever the colonial regime did to our people, it is complete zero. I think it is a floodgate opened by William Ruto after 6 years of our independence, so that we pave more way for much more colonization from the West. It is bad, and having him here in this country at this time when we are in economic sabotage and every other thing does not make sense, I feel that it is a real mark, a real sign that Kenya is ending or focused on the dog's life. That is one thing that we know. You cannot celebrate your birthday with whoever wanted to kill your mother when your mother was still expecting you. It is not possible. These are the white men who decided to colonize us. And William Ruto inviting this man here as a king is not warranted. It is not allowed, because it is at this time that we are really demanding for the head of Samoei Arap Koitalel in Nandi. We are demanding for the body of one man called Jijo Koteko Pinyoacho of Kindu Karachuonyo, who decided to fight against the British and was taken forcefully to Britain. So there are a number of things that we really need answers from. We do not want him to just come here, see sights and go back. If he has nothing tangible to tell us, if he has no declarations to make, apologies to make, and a course of reparations, plus the plan, the SOPs of doing all this, I think it is bad. And to William Ruto, I think as the head of state, this is a slap on your face. You cannot mock us as we are celebrating our 60th year of independence by bringing our colonizer, the same person who did shed our blood, to come and grace the occasion over my dead body. It's not right at all.
Okay. So maybe you can briefly tell us on maybe why President Ruto is visiting more countries, number of times, more than the whole of Uhuru's times while he was in regime.
Well, this is a man on a mission. William Ruto is a man on a mission. He knows very well that he's got what is called the vested interest, both nationally and locally. Nationally, he's got vested interest as to why you can see several evictions happening right all the way from Mavoko. It is going to Slaughter's place in Nairobi. It's going everywhere. We know his plans and every other place that he wants to visit. Why can't he visit Mau first? For example, that is a great water catchment area, not only for Kenya, but for East Africa and Africa at large. That's why we are talking about global warming. He should have started this thing with Mau Forest. Or else, if he could not start it up with Mau Forest, then we expected something to be done in his hotel in Nairobi, which is built on a grab land. So the Western Hotel must be the first casualty if William Ruto really means his word on this. Internationally, the reason why this guy is really moving around and meeting the old debtors is that he has got several investments that he's doing. The reason why we knew well when he was still the deputy president of this Republic of Kenya that he was planting some maize in Congo. And the very first thing he did when he really did put the Bible down as in his assumption to office is that he took our own military to go and guard his farms all the way in Congo. That's the reason why, that is the only interest Kenya has in Congo, to guard the plantations of William Ruto. The only reason why our soldiers are still in Somali is for them to guard the William Ruto people as they are trying to make up the charcoal there. We know he cannot. Why can't he take his soldiers, for example, to take them in another warring country, let's say Liberia or so? Because he simply does not have interest there. So that is the reason why we say that it is unwanted. This type of useless and necessary trips is really uncalled for at the moment. But we know it's really going to do too much of that because he's got personal interest invested in that. Tell King Charles that in a country you can have several friends who can fool you out But the citizenry of this country, we are really not happy for the precedents that you picked up. You got us to be a well-organized kind of a system. We also are demanding to know what happened to Waiyaki in Mount Kenya, what happened to Koitalel in Uasin Gishu, what happened to our people here, like Pinyo Acho or Jijo Koteko. We also demand that, and we also are demanding to know why is it that Britain is supporting Russia, is supporting Israel to fight the Palestinians. And we know very well that Hamas is just a political party in Palestine. It's just a political party that is based in Gaza, and they are only controlling Gaza. And what happened on the war on aggression is that the people in Gaza are the ones who attacked those on the other side of Israel. So if there is any revenge to be done, why is it that Israel, through the support of Britain, are killing innocent citizens on the other sides of Palestine? Why are they in West Bank? Why are they in West Jerusalem and the East Jerusalem? Why are they all over the Strip of Gaza? Why are they following up Palestinians everywhere? Is it a massacre? Is it a third world war that we want to get into? We do not know the situation at the moment. So it is not right. We are not happy for your coming. And you must know that we want a clarity that should be mentioned early enough before we can put an end to this end.